Well, let's get you some more details on this. We can cross live to our correspondent, Rawad Taha, who's standing by for us in Beirut. Rawad, good to have you with us. Walk us through, if you will, as was suggested in that report, the frequency of the airstrikes by Israel in Lebanon. Are we seeing those mounting gradually or indeed being reduced?
No, in particular, the number of airstrikes and the number of casualties resulting from those airstrikes has been increasing over the past few weeks. The nature of those airstrikes, where they are located, the number of people killed in those airstrikes has been on the rise over the past few weeks. Now we're looking at a ceasefire which to many in Lebanon looks like a ceasefire from one side. So, in particular, roughly 1 year ago, Hezbollah stopped launching missiles and attacking Israel, yet Israel was almost launching near daily airstrikes against Lebanon and against Hezbollah in particular, especially over the past few weeks. Now, we know for a fact that there was some ambiguity in that ceasefire agreement, which mentioned in particular that Hezbollah must disarm starting in the area southern of the Litani River. Now, Hezbollah reads that agreement that it's supposed to disarm only south of the Litani River and is still capable of continuing its arming and its operations north of the Litani River. Israel, on the other hand, makes clear that it is expected of the Lebanese government to disarm Hezbollah completely, something which the Lebanese government has not yet done. In particular, the Lebanese government has taken two decisions when it comes to disarming Hezbollah over the past 2 months, but that plan is roughly a 16-month plan of disarming Hezbollah at a time where the organization also refuses to disarm. So the Israelis see that the Lebanese government is very slow in its disarming, and each side reads the agreement differently. So, in particular, Lebanon is asking for Israeli withdrawal in order for Lebanon to continue internal negotiations regarding disarming Hezbollah and stopping those near daily attacks, while Israel makes it clear that they will not withdraw or stop these near daily attacks before Hezbollah is disarmed.
So, Rawad, as you say, a fragile, particularly fragile ceasefire, but based on the fact that the texts themselves are ambiguous.
Yes, in particular, we've seen also efforts by American diplomacy in order to move forward in explaining the text further or in setting out any phases for implementation for the text. We've seen a lot of pressure coming from American envoys, in particular, Morgan Ortagus, who was in Lebanon last week. As well, we've heard statements from U.S. ambassador to Turkey, who also visited Lebanon a number of times, calling onto Lebanon to have direct negotiations with Israel in order to implement that ceasefire agreement and in order to clarify the ambiguity located in that agreement when it comes to what comes first or what are the steps that each side needs to take. Yet we know that the Lebanese and the Israeli sides have been somewhat conducting indirect negotiations on a bi-weekly basis through the mechanism in which the US and France, as guarantors of the ceasefire agreement, are part of. Now the Americans are suggesting on whether Lebanese diplomats or civilians from the Lebanese state will join the Lebanese army in those bi-weekly meetings in order to try to clarify that ambiguity. However, when it comes to the situation on the ground, we're seeing more intense Israeli bombardment, an increase in the number of those airstrikes, as well as clear messages from the Israelis that they are ready to escalate if Hezbollah continues to regroup and rearm, something which the Lebanese government has not verified or confirmed just yet.
All right, Rawad, keeping us up to date from Beirut. Thanks very much indeed.